Good morning, and good morning. This is Breakfast with Coach Big Pete, Episode 6, Week 6 IHSA Football, Breakfast with Coach Big Pete. Make sure you're following Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. We got some big-time scores. We'll be talking about that. And again, my email again, coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. Again, I need those stats players for the Sunday conclusion article. If you hit any big games, please let me know. Direct message me, tweet at me, email me at coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. Please send your big game stats, and they will be featured on the Sunday conclusion article, which comes out on Sunday. Top game performers, GOATs of the week. We'll be talking about that on the Sunday conclusion article. Again, I'm on Instagram Live right now. I'm on Facebook Live as well. If you like to work on Facebook Live, feel free to leave a tip/donation via PayPal link or Venmo link below. Also, DuPage Run and Shoot show with my co-host Patrick Codo every Thursday night comes out. Make sure you follow DuPage Run and Shoot show on Twitter and Facebook. After that, also, Deep Dish Football Live is Wednesday at 7 p.m. Back to its normal date. I do apologize for that. And that is about it. So let's get started. Week 6, almost in the books. We have a smaller amount of games on today than we did in past weeks. So that's quite impressive. All right. So, Coach of the Night, Pumpkin Spice Donut Award winner, Coach Big P, Pumpkin Spice Donut Award winner in IHSA is Mr. Head Coach Brett Diel of Carterville as they beat Nashville. Carterville is undefeated. Congratulations to the Carterville Lions. They're having a tremendous season, by the way. Coach Diel is doing a wonderful job. They look like a real deal team in that Southern Illinois region. Don't sleep on these Carterville Lions. All right. South Elgin are the Hogs of the night. They had an unbelievable game against Glenwood South. Put up some big rushing numbers. Congratulations to the South Elgin offensive line on getting the Hogs of the night in the state of Illinois for Week 6 of 2022. I forgot this. Jack Knudson, player of the night in the state of Illinois from Glenwood, Chatham. I'm going to get a lot of people angry about me because I said the two people get angry when I say Glenwood Chatham. I'm supposed to only say Glenwood. But big shout out to Jack Knudson. He gets 5 touchdowns, 301 yards passing. Congratulations to you, sir, on a big game. So Jack Knudson, your quarterback from Glenwood, is the player of the night for Week 6 Deep Dish Football Player of the Night in the state of Illinois. All right. So we get to that. We're done with that. Let's get into some of the bigger games and some of the bigger headlines. Sterling beats Quincy in a tough-fought game. Game that lasted, that battled on and on. Congratulations to Sterling. And again, this Quincy Blue Devil team is a team that looks really good and very interesting when they get into the playoffs. They got a young quarterback that you must know about. Roxana beats Freeburg. Congratulations to the Roxana Shells. And again, Roxana, they've been iffy on a couple of weeks, but Roxana, it's very awesome to see that they beat Freeburg. Congratulations to them. Belvedere North remains undefeated. Big shout out to Belvedere North on remaining undefeated. Well deserved. And again, that coach is in the running for the coach of the year in the state of Illinois. Big shout out to him. Bloomington Central Catholic wins. Again, Wilmington loses to Reed Custer. The score. Amazing. Amazing. And I'm going to say this right now. I was thinking about having the player of the night be the Reed Custer defense, honestly. I was thinking about that. That Reed Custer team had one hell of a night. And we've seen Wilmington get upset. When I was coaching at Westmont, we saw Wilmington get upset. I forgot the team that upset them. But this wasn't an upset. This was an absolute demolishing. Is Wilmington bad? No. Wilmington's really good. Reed Custer's that damn good. Big shout to the Reed Custer defensive coordinator. Big shout to the Reed Custer defense. Very impressive. I know Jacob McPherson had a good game. Foote, he had another good game. Reed Custer is the real deal. Coach Johnson's doing a wonderful job, but a big shout out goes to that Reed Custer defense. Big shout out, especially the run defense. I'm very impressed with Reed Custer in the 3A. Can they unseat a team like IC in 3A? It's going to be a tough thing, but again, I'm still sticking with my guns. I'm going to piss off a lot of people because I said it. Whoever lost that game against Wilmington versus Reed Custer was going to win a state title. And I'll eat crow for it. I'll eat shit for it. But I think Wilmington's going to win a state title this year. I really do think Wilmington's going to win a state title. And I think Reed Custer's going to challenge for a state title. I think Reed Custer's going to be all the way going into the semifinals if they don't get screwed by seeding. But again, that was a big win. I think they're going to win the ice, Reed Custer. I don't think that's much of a question. But a big shout. But they cannot have a big letdown loss next week. I don't know their opponents next week, but they can't have a letdown. That's just, it's one of those things. They got Wilmington, you won, now build off that win. And it's a big win. And I think it's like 24 wins of Wilmington Conference wins, if I'm not mistaken. So big shout out to Reed Custer. Well-deserved win, and a big shout to Coach Johnson, who was the Deep Dish Football Coach of the Year last year. Morris loses to Richmond Burton. Huge. Richmond Burton's offensive line deserves to be respected. Richmond Burton is looking better and better every week. That big win over Normal West, that big win over Morris against a tough Morris defense. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. Batavia beats William Warrenville South. I don't think that was much of a surprise to anyone. York beats Glenbard West in a tough fought game. Corey Ty's interception ends the game. They blocked the punt, Glenbard West. Later, Corey Ty threw an interception. But a big shout out to York football. They get their second straight win over Glenbard West from last year. So York is sitting in the catbird seat, as many people say, and they're looking really good. So definitely do not sleep on this York team. And again, like I said, I really do believe York, Reed Custer, Bolingbrook had statement wins last night. I really believe that they had statement wins last night, and a big shout out to them. And so can they keep it going? That's the main thing. Mount Carmel, the Golden Aces keep rolling 42-7 against Newton. Not that much of a surprise, but the Golden Aces offensive line is looking unbelievable. Good job blocking. Reed Custer is actually 3A. Mount Vernon, Centralia, Edwardsville win. Big shout out to Mount Vernon. Big shout out to Centralia and Orphans. Big shout out to Edwardsville. Mount Vernon, they're looking good. It's unbelievable how Mount Vernon's looking this year. And a big shout out to that coaching staff as well. They deserve a big shout out for that. Moments beats Iroquois West. Iroquois West has got 2 losses now, losing last week to Seneca, so it's going to be a tough one. Mount Vernon beats Effingham. Mount Zion beats Effingham. I apologize. Congratulations to Mount Zion. Long night. Bremen beats Hillcrest. Bremen's looking good. Shout out to Bremen. Big shout out to them. All right, so we get into the other games of the week that we talked about on Wednesday night. St. Rita beats Nazareth Deep Dish Football Game of the Week 33-10. Derek Stewart is your player of the night with 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards rushing. The kid is an absolute truck. Huddle, his game film doesn't do him justice. He is that fast. He is that damn fast. So big shout out to them to St. Rita. It was awesome talking to St. Rita parents. Very down to earth, funny as hell. Great talking to them. Great talking to some Nazareth parents. Great talking to some Nazareth alumni who had smart ass comments for me, asking me where Otto Zeman was. I don't know where Otto was not on the Otto wasn't on the sidelines. So I think Otto was at the Lions Township game, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so he wasn't at the game. So I don't know. I think Nazareth fans got a little bit of a fear of Otto Zeman effect. That's a joke, by the way, inside joke. Again, I talked about York being Glenbard West. Big shout out to them for that. Richmond Bergen wins. Maine South beats Glenbrook South. Congratulations to Maine South, Coach Sincero. He got the big win. Handy Glenbrook South, its first loss. Naperville Central beats Naperville North. Naperville Central. For the love of everything holy. Not Naperville Central. The whole town of Naperville. Those schools. The whole DuPage Valley Conference. Pick a team to win your conference. Every week. You guys literally are killing yourselves. Every week. Come on. And this is a joke, by the way. I'm joking around. This is an absolute... DuPage Valley is an absolute pain in my ass. It gives me headaches every week. I even texted Codo, Patrick Codo, my co-host of DuPage Run and Shoot. This conference is cursed. It literally is cursed. It makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Geneva wins again, by the way, over St. Charles East, if anyone was asking. Wood River beats Columbia. Congratulations to Wood River. They needed a win. They had a tough loss last week. Mount Carmel beats Brother Rice in a tough fought game, but big shout to Mount Carmel and big shout to Brother Rice. They showed something this last night. Loyola beats Marist. Tough game, too. Big shout out to Marist football. The way I was hearing it was like the Marist kids were... It was going to be a contest. Marist showed out. Congratulations to Marist football. But again, Loyola Academy gets the win. St. Patrick beats Carmel. Congratulations to the Shamrocks. Carmel, this is their second straight loss. Watch out. St. Viator beats Marion. Big shout to St. Viator. This was a much-needed win, and they got it. St. Teresa beats Sullivan. St. Teresa absolutely crushes them. They get over 60 points. Big shout-out to St. Teresa. Wheaton North beats Glenbar North. A pretty tough game. Glenbar North, you proved something. I know it's a loss, but big shout to Glenbar North. But Wheaton North, they needed this one really bad. Huntley beats Cary Grove. Eureka beats El Paso Gridley. In a big slaughter win. Ridgeview Lexington crushes Gibson City. Prairie Central remains undefeated, beats Paxton Buckley Loda. Sycamore beats Kaneland, remains undefeated. Rochelle beats Marengo. Annan Weathersfield beats Knoxville. Big shout out to Annan Weathersfield. Rova beats Stark County. Big win for Rova. That was needed. IC. They crushed the Warriors. Big shout to IC. I really like the story of Wheaton Academy. They're gonna be in the playoffs. They're gonna be a dark horse. This is a learning point, but this Wheaton Academy team is special. But this IC team is even more special. Prospect beats Elk Grove. Elk Grove gets its first loss. Big shout to Elk Grove, but a big shout to Prospect and Coach DeBuff. Hersey beats Rolling Meadows. Hersey got the one last week, and now they remain undefeated against Rolling Meadows. Undefeated, in the season. Palatine beats Conant. Conant gets their second straight loss. Boylan Catholic beats Hanahu. Congratulations to the Boylan Catholic. Macomb remains undefeated, beats Elmwood Brimfield. Hey, those Macomb Bombers, I'm telling you right now, that's a team. And it's very impressive. And that coach is up for Coach of the Year in the state of Illinois, no doubt about that. Congratulations to Macomb. North Mac beats Greenville. Richards beats Argo. And Argo was sort of a good story to talk about. Carterville beats Nashville. That's the coach of the night. Benton beats Harrisburg. Congratulations to Benton. Manuka beats Oswego East. The Manuka, big thing. The quarterback, Dooley, is a kid that you must know about. Bolingbrook beats Homewood Flossmoor. A big statement win for Bolingbrook. Homewood Flossmoor, again, they're going to be in the playoffs. Bolingbrook, again, the two teams for the future. Do I think they got a shot at the state title this year? It's going to be tough. Would I be surprised because of parity in IHSA football? No, I wouldn't be surprised. But definitely a big win for Bolingbrook. Princeton wins again. Princeton is looking unbelievable. They beat Newman Central Catholic. DGN beats Hinsdale Central. They get the old Oak Bucket Trophy, whatever. Route beats Brown County. Route beats Brown County. Big shout to Route Catholic on a big win over Brown County in the WIVC. Mama Hoot Seymour beats Quincy Notre Dame hugely, might add, but a good defensive battle with Quincy Notre Dame. Big shout to Mama Hoot Seymour coach Atkins. Lena Winslow wins huge. Lena Winslow is looking unbelievable. This was a great measuring stick, especially for 1A teams, 2A teams, 3A teams, and 4A teams. This was a great measuring stick, and Lena Winslow won big over Marion Central Catholic. Shout out to Lena Winslow. Shout out to the NUIC. Big time win for Lena Winslow. They deserve to be talked about. Congratulations to all of you guys. Hope Academy beats DuPage. Chicago Hope Academy is undefeated, people. Again, I have them as my number one team in 1A. I think I still do. They're going to be number one. They beat a 3A team, a tough 3A team in Chicago DePaul. Chicago Hope Academy is that deal. And the big one, a little bit of a shocker. Triad beats Moscoto. I apologize, Moscoto, whatever. I apologize. All right. So that is it. Got some games Saturday. Not that many from unlike last week. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I am looking. Lena Winslow, 54. Woodstock, Marion, 7. By the way, congratulations, Mr. Thomas, on a General Seal win. Big time win. If they get a win next week, they will get into the playoffs. But I think they need that 6th win, though, if I'm not mistaken. But a big shout to the Maple Leafs on a big win. Stephen Hassett, just got to have faith and go 1-0. It's true. That is true. A good point. And yeah, you're right. You're completely right. I forgot about that. Lincoln beat Mattoon. I saw the score on IHSA Score Zone. Big shout out to Lincoln. Congratulations to Coach Silky and the Lincoln Rail Splitters. Prairie Ridge beats Hampshire 62-34. Prairie Ridge had 350 yards rushing. Tyler Vassy 317 of those yards on the ground. Holy wow, that's actually quite impressive. Big shout out to Prairie Ridge on a big win. And that Prairie Ridge offensive line's looking good. I'm telling you right now, they had a little bit of a setback when Prairie Ridge lost to Jacobs. But I think Prairie Ridge is one of those teams in up north that's just going to be a pain in the ass in the playoffs. Again, you can't defend that option. Nowadays, if you teach these are teenage kids to be patient, to read their keys, to stay in their assigned gaps. It's a pain in the ass. It really is a pain in the ass. But a big shout out to Prairie Ridge, big shout out to Lincoln, as well on a big win. Yeah, wait, let's go down. Wait, I have a new comment. Okay. So any other questions? Any other details? Any other yada yada yada? All that stuff. And again, make sure you follow Coach PP and DuPage Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Big shout to St. Rita Nazareth. St. Rita won big, 33-10. St. Rita parents awesome. Nazareth parents always awesome. It was and again, it was fun. It was the first St. Rita game I ever been to for DuPage Football. First game ever. But big shout out to them. And again, big proving game wins. Wilmington. Apologize. Recuster, York. Recuster, York, Bolingbrook. big time wins. Lena Winslow too. That was also, I'm going to give Lena Winslow a big statement win as well. That was a big time win. Big shot to Lena Winslow, Coach Aaron, and those Lena Winslow. Those Panthers, they're unbelievable. Great measuring stick as well. I can say a statement win for IC, but it's IC. Come on. Statement losses too. Glenbar North, Brother Rice, Marist. Yes, they lost, but it was a big time statement though. But again, I think the big thing is Reed Custer proved that they're top dogs in the ice. And again, I think that I don't see them losing. And again, they can't have a letdown next week. They gotta remain. They gotta again get the mindset, and just they got 3 more weeks until they get into the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. But again, this Reed Custer team is impressive. And again, when I saw Gavin Johnston in 2021 with that team at the Clifton Central thing, there was something about this team where it wasn't the old type of Reed Custer team. There was energy. There was a newbound focus and goals for this Reed Custer program. And what more can you ask for? Gavin Johnston has done a wonderful job with this Reed Custer team, honestly. Piatone won, by the way. Lyle won as well. Rochester won, not that much of a surprise. Glenwood won. That was the player of the night. Jack Knudson, 5 touchdowns. Sacred Heart Griffin won big as well. The Auburn, Central Illinois, they won as well too. So, all right. That is it for Breast of Coach Big Pete. Don't see any questions. Again, I need those stats. Any big game stats. DM me, tweet at me, email me, CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. I do my Sunday conclusion article. I need those stats. Please send them to me by midnight tonight so I can start my article on the Sunday conclusion article. What else? Friday night, again, I need stats for nominate for Player of the Night in the state of Illinois. I need them by midnight Saturday. You get the drift. And for Hogs of the Night as well. So please make sure I get any big game stats. Make sure I have all your stats right now. I need huddles by Tuesday so I can do my scouting reports and fill them out and send them to college coaches. That is, I'm thinking right now, that is about it. Deep Dish Football Live, 7 p.m. on Wednesday. DuPage Run Shoot Show with me, my co-host, Patrick Codo. Make sure you follow DuPage Run Shoot on Twitter, Facebook. It's Twitter, Facebook. Sorry about that. Visit deepdishfootball.com. If you like my work on Facebook, there's a link for PayPal, Venmo. Give me a tip. If you don't like my work, I apologize. And thank you guys so much for joining Breakfast with Coach McPete. Let's get ready for some college football. Bears football tomorrow. We'll see what they can do. And stop bitching about the passing. Everyone, we got to pass the ball. I've seen this now in the high school, college, and pro levels. Everyone complaining. You got to pass the ball. No, you don't. If you win, you win. Simple as that. Come on. All right. Oh, wait. We got one more. I don't know. This one. Have a good day.